as I was saying. All right. So the way to get the best band score is 7 steps. They're not super difficult. Um, they're easy to understand. We just need to practice them. All right.
Yes.
Um, so we'll start with this question that we have. No, we'll start with speaking part 1. I'll come up with some speaking part 1. All right. So, what is good about this technique, these 7 steps? You can answer every speaking question on the test the same way. You don't have to think too much. You don't have to plan. You don't have to think of many different strategies or different, every question the same. All right. From the first question. Is that me? The first question, what's your name? To the last question in speaking part 3. All right. Hold on. I got a message from. One second. Sorry. So let's go. Let's see. Let's talk about we'll say your hair. Um we'll go with this first question. Do you have a favorite hairstyle? Do you have a favorite hairstyle? Um the way to answer this question, hold on, I'm gonna bring in the teacher's aid. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So as I was saying, the very first step, is called lead in plus simple answer. You simply answer the question as short and simple as you can. All right. Now, do you know what a lead in is?
Yes.
Okay, good. I mean, it's very easy. It's oh, let me think about that for a moment. Or, that's an interesting question. Or, oh, this is an easy one. Or, ugh, I really hate this topic. Or anything you say before you answer the question is a lead in. All right. And it gives you some time to think. You might need to think. All right. So if you just say, let me think for a moment. My favorite hairstyle is short or long, or I don't know, cute or simple or complex, curly, whatever you want to say. You tell me. All right. But lead in. Let me think for a moment. Or that's an interesting question. I've never thought about this before. I like whatever I see on uh, Lisa from Blackpink, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me your favorite hairstyle and give me a lead in plus a simple answer.
It's a good question. I like curly brown hair that give me a feeling, a feel
Too
that
much. I know. Normally, you're going to give more information. However, in step one, you just give simple answer. I like curly brown hair. That's fine. Good. Let's try one more time. Where do you live?
mm, let me think for a moment. Uh, I live in Taiwan province.
Good. That's it. Super simple. Keep it simple, easy peasy. All right. So that's step one. Everyone can do it. Step two is where you will give more information. You will give your opinion. All right. You're going to simply say, I think blah, 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 because blah, blah, blah. So if you have a question, hmm, that's an interesting question. I live in Taiwan province. Here you will give your opinion of the topic about Taiwan province. I think Taiwan province is great. Just tell your opinion with an adjective. I think Taiwan province is beautiful. I think my province is boring. I think my province is average or it's not special or whatever. Whatever you think about it, you say it simple, quick. I think blah, 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 good or bad. And then you add because, and you give the reason for your thought. All right. I think Taiwan province is beautiful because we have so many tea farms. I think Taiwan province is boring because I don't know any famous people from Taiwan province, or everyone who is interesting lives in Hanoi. I don't know. You tell me. So we'll go back to the hair question. All right. I think I like curly brown hair. I think curly brown hair is the best or the most beautiful because blah blah blah. You tell me why. All right.
Yes. Uh,
What's your favorite hairstyle?
um, it's a good question. I like curly brown hair most. I think it's so beautiful because it makes me feel more elegant when I have it.
Okay. Good. I think it's beautiful because you said it make me feel elegant. Blah blah blah. When I have it. What's the problem here?
Mix.
Yeah. So tell me one more time why you like it. You think, or what you think about curly brown hair.
I think it's so beautiful because it makes me feel more elegant when I wear it.
Okay, that's a perfect answer. Perfect, great. Um, now we're gonna go to step three. Step three is called, for example. If you say, "I think blah blah blah," because blah blah blah, your next words will always be for example. There's no other way, or there are other ways to say this next part, but for example will always work. It will always flow naturally. It will always sound very fluent, and it will show you have good lexical resource. And if you do this next part right, you will show that you have a very good grammar, a grammatical range. So your lead in and your I think are in the present tense. They're in the present simple. I like curly brown hair. I like it because it looks good and I feel elegant. For example, in this step, you will tell a story in the past tense about someone who has a name, and you will tell us the time when this happened. What do I mean? So, curly brown hair makes me feel elegant. For example, time, yesterday, subject who has a name. I went to the hair salon, right? I went past tense to the hair salon, and I'm going to tell a story. Yesterday, I went to the hair salon. I got my hair done in the style. It didn't take long. When I finished, I went to school, and all the boys had a crush on me. This story must be in past tense. All right. It's not the easiest thing to do, easy to forget, but we need to practice this. All right. So, if you please tell me one more time, um, you think curly brown hair is what? Start
I
here and then go here.
yes, I think curly brown hair is so beautiful because uh, it makes me feel elegant. For instance,
Hmm.
I I prepared for my school trip
Hmm.
to and to took photo for years book, and I I went to salon to got my hair done. Then I came with my class to that place, and I and the girl from another class said to me that it's it was so elegant and chic.
Okay. I think you said when I was done. I don't know what you said after that. A girl, my class said so again and chic. Okay. All right. So this was good, but you see how it was a little
No.
difficult, a little bit difficult. Uh, the reason you want to say in your lead in, oh, that's an interesting question, or let me think for a moment, is right here, right? You're going to think of your story in before you start answering. So you're going to say, oh, let me think for a minute. And then you might think of what kind of hair you like, but try to think of when an example of whatever. All right.
Yes.
Now you don't have to like try to focus for a long time on, ooh, which story should I tell? I don't know. Just kind of think of, okay, at school, or when was the last time this subject happened in my life? All right. When was the last time I did my hair? Uh, or when was the last time I talked about my hometown? Let's try one more time. Um, I'm going to ask you about what's happening. All right. Well, let's do this one. How long have you had your current hairstyle? How long have you had your current hairstyle?
Um, let me think for a minute.
Hmm.
I have this hairstyle for a long time since last year.
Okay. I think.
Uh, I think it need to have a cut now.
Oh, wait. I want an adjective. So you can say I think it's too long,
Oh,
right? And then because uh, I need to have a cut or whatever. You can say I think it's too long and I need to get a cut now.
okay.
All right, because I usually keep it at 6. I don't know what you say. How long is your hair? I don't know. But okay. I think what?
I think it's too long now, and it need to get a cut.
Mhm.
Um,
Because
because I don't.
I play volleyball and it gets in my face, or because it's very hot these days and it makes me sweat, or just because you know, I don't know, shorter hair, long hair is old fashioned, and short hair is more beautiful or more trendy. Or if I wait a long time, the cut will cost more. Is it more expensive to get your hair cut if it's very long? That's a real question I'm asking. I don't know. Is it more expensive to cut long hair? Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh,
If
okay.
if
Hey,
you
I don't. Sure, I don't know. I'm just. It's just something I thought of. I don't know. Or I need to get it cut because I want to color it brown, and that certainly costs more. If it's long, it costs much more to color it than if it's short.
yes,
Yeah. All right. So I think it's too long,
yes,
and I need to get a cut soon because
because I wanna focus on my study than my hair now,
okay, I want to focus on my study more
more than my hair.
more than my hair. Okay, that sounds good. For example,
Uh,
right? You say you want to focus more on your studies. That means your hair gets in your way or something. I don't know. How did it get in your way?
for example,
Mhm.
when I washing my hair, my long hair, it take more time.
Ooh, wait. Past tense.
Uh,
When it took more time.
when I when I was washing my hair, it took more time than short hair.
Okay. When was this? I need to know when. So, yesterday or last week or whatever, when I was washing my hair, it took more time to wash than
Short
short
hair.
hair takes to wash. That's what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Okay. That's a complex sentence. All right. Lots of ideas. Um, what I would do is make it more simple. So when last week when I was washing my hair, it took 1 hour, but When I had short hair, it only took 15 minutes, a bit easier. So you are telling the story. So even if you don't know how long it takes, just say something. Because if it's a maybe, it took longer or shorter, it's more difficult to talk like that than it is to just say it took me 20 minutes, or it took much longer to wash my hair before than it did when I had shorter hair. That sentence is very difficult to say, but it took 20 minutes was it's easy to say. So tell me again about washing your hair.
For example,
Mhm,
um, last last week when I take an exam at school, when I
mhm,
took an exam at school,
mhm,
I was watching when I was watching my long hair. It took me like 15 minutes,
mhm.
that longer than when I had short hair.
Okay. All right. That's longer than when I had short hair. That's okay. I like that. Good. It took me like 15 minutes. That like is an adverb and it's very powerful. Good job. All right. So I've been asking you speaking part one questions. These are simple questions. And during speaking part one, you actually won't get farther than step two. We've been doing step three just because you can. But during speaking part one, the examiner will ask you like 10 questions. Do you remember how many questions the examiner asked you when you took your speaking exam?
Like 3 or 4.
Oh, really? That was a very small amount. Well,
Yes.
I think maybe you were just talking too much, but that's okay. These questions should be short and simple with a simple answer and then just give your opinion. I think it's good or I think it's bad because blah 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 and you're done and you move on. But let's go. Let's give it a try. I'm just going to ask you a couple more. I'm sorry. Have a sore throat. I need to get some hot water or tea. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you about this. Do you go to school? But first, I'm going to. I need to make a cup of some hot to drink. So I for my throat. Um. Yeah. Oh, I don't want that. All right. So let me send you the link to this. I want you to make sure you have this and you can look at it in your free time. And just give me one moment. So that's the Google Doc for the 7 steps. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. It's just my throat is killing me. All right. So where were we? All right, let's go rapid fire. Some speaking part one questions. I want you to give me step one and step two. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Try to get this going fast. Here we go. Do you go to a good school?
It's a good question. Um, I for me is a good school because
Yes. Yes, I do, or no, I don't. Keep it simple. And then give me your opinion. So
um,
that's a good question. I do go to a good school, or no, I don't go to a good school, or my school is so so. Give me one of those.
uh, I do go to a good school.
Okay. I
I
think
I think it provide a good education development, and we have
because
because um, it's a school for ethnic people, and we have a we have good developments and good teachers.
there you go. Okay. Um, so you're on the right track. Again, you want to keep it very clear, right? So if you say something that is not real, like we have good teachers, that's real. We have good development, that is something that needs to be explained more. What does that mean? All right. So you want to try to keep it with real things that you can touch or you can feel or see. So you could say we have good architecture, we have modern facilities, we have beautiful classrooms, right? These are all real things. You can see we have uh, good technology in our schools. These are real. But we have good morals. Well, that's not real. You have to explain what you mean when you say that. We have, I don't know, our school is a very prestigious, or you could say our school is a high rating, or our school is number one. Even if you say our school is number one, you have to explain number one for what? Number one for classes, number one for marks in the exam, number one for English. So keep it simple by talking about real things that you can see or touch. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question. Do you like eating chocolate?
It's my favorite topic. I do like eating chocolate. Because I think it have a good flavor with sweetness, and
All right. I'm gonna stop you. All right. So um, what's happening is you're saying I think, and then you're saying a verb instead of an adjective. So you did the same thing with the school. You said I like chocolate. I think it has, right. It has as your verb. It has a sweet flavor or something like that. I think it is delicious. I think it is sweet. I think it is healthy. I mean, there's some chocolate that's healthy for you. I think it's yummy. I think it's the best food in the world. Whatever you think, but give me an adjective. Do it again.
I love eating chocolate.
Mhm.
I think it it has a good flavor with sweetness, um,
Because
because it's like smell in my mouth and make me on night cloud.
all right, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to add in
Uh,
an idiom there. Actually, idioms, if you look at the steps, idiom is step number 6. Um, so don't worry about it yet. But you can. I'll tell you, it's at the top. The idiom that you should use for every question of it's not my bad. It's not my cup of tea. So this is an idiom. It just means I don't like it. Um, excuse me. The reason that this is a good idiom is because you can say I don't like blah 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 for every question. And that's what we want. I want this test to be easy for you. I want you to be able to get very, very high band score. So every question is the same. You don't have to think too much. Follow the steps. If you say, right, if I ask you about do you like chocolate, you'll say yes, I like chocolate. I think it's great. Vegetables are not my cup of tea because blah 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 blah. Or do you like chocolate? Yeah, I love chocolate. I think it's sweet and delicious um, because I have eaten it since I was a child, and other candy just not my cup of tea. You can say not my cup of tea for anything. Um, do you go to a good school? Uh, yeah, my school is okay. I think it's better than some schools because we have because it's for ethnic minorities. So we get to study some more cultural subjects, and science is just not my cup of tea. Do you think you go to a good school? Yeah, I go to a good school. Uh, I think, in my opinion, my school is amazing. Um, just because I've been there for 10 years now, or how I don't know how many. I've been there for 4 years already. I have all of my friends and meeting new people. It's not my cup of tea. This is step 6 because not because the idiom, but to say you don't like something when you're talking about something else is a advanced grammar skill. It's called negative construction. All right. It's advanced grammar, and it shows that if you can do this, you are at a band 7 or 7.5, depending on how well you did the other things. And then if you do this last step, you might get a 9, depending on how well if you can do this at all. Um, so don't worry about other idioms like cloud 9. I was on cloud 9. It's here's what I'll say. The thing that's tricky with IELTS about idioms, you must use an idiom, but in real life, people don't use idioms that much. So It's actually pretty rare. We know many idioms, but we rarely use them just because they just don't fit. The only one that fits is it's not my cup of tea. It fits everything. On cloud nine, you really have to love something to be on cloud nine. So if you're talking about chocolate, I like chocolate. When I eat it, I'm on cloud nine. It doesn't work. I like chocolate because it's delicious. I think it's delicious because um, it was the first sweet thing I ever had. For example, when I was 5 years old, I got my first piece of chocolate. My parents never let me eat any candy, but I found this chocolate in at my grandma's house, and I made sure no one was looking, and then I ate this chocolate. It was so sweet and so delicious. And while I ate it, I just felt like I was on cloud nine. Nothing bad could touch me in the world. It's a really strong idiom that the words alone, the meaning doesn't really tell you how to use it. It sounds like it just means I was very happy or something very good happened. That's not what it means. It's closer to I was in love and having the best experience of my life, and nothing else in the world mattered, and there was no bad in the world, and everything was good, and it was sunny and beautiful. Right? It's really strong. So I say all of that to say I want this to be easy. So the steps are simple. Just say it's not my cup of tea, and we will get to how to say that later on. We'll probably get to it today in this same lesson. But for now, we're just doing part one. You're not going to say any of this. You're not going to say that. You're just going to say simple answer, I think, plus an adjective because blah, blah, blah. Okay? I know. I was a lot of talking and explaining. Step six is very complex. It's a complex idea. So we'll just keep it simple. Don't do it. All right. One more time. I forgot what was the question? Yeah. Do you like eating chocolate?
It's my favorite topic. Um, I think chocolate is the best candy I ever had because it's uh, it is sweet and smells so good.
Good. That's it. Now, I know. It actually, if you use these steps, it makes every topic very interesting. That's another secret. If you follow these 7 steps, everything you say will be interesting. Your examiner will be happy to talk with you. All right. This is the way English people like to talk. All right. They don't actually like to talk about facts, or they don't like to learn things. They just want to talk about their opinions and then get an example. You'll see. Let's do another one. What made you happy when you were little?
Um, Let me think for a minute. I think it is when I watching a music video because uh, I s- I saw them dancing and singing at the same time, and I I feel hype
Okay.
and I wanna dance with them.
Okay. Um, that's a okay answer, but I don't see. I'm trying to think about the steps. So, all right, do it one more time. Tell me again. What was the question? What made you happy when you were little? I'm sorry. Could you hear me? I said that answer wasn't bad. There were some grammatical problems with it. There were some grammar mistakes. So I want to keep this simple. All right. This answer should be in simple present tense. Just um when I was little. Oh, well, this won't be in simple present. This will be in past tense. Uh, you said music videos made me happy. And then you can say, I think music videos are good, or I think music videos make me happy because the dancing and the singing together. Oh, wait, no, I made a mistake. I think music videos are exciting, or I think they're energizing, or I think um, they they are useful. I think there's not really that many words. I think they're so fun. I think they're so fun because the dancing and the singing mixed together really makes me energized. Singing alone is just not my cup of tea. Neither is dancing by itself, but dancing and singing together, wow, it really gets me hyped. That's what you said. Makes me hyped. All right, so you have to give your simple answer in the past tense. When I was young, I liked music videos. And then you can go back to the simple present. I think music videos are special because the mix of dancing and singing is very, it makes children very hype or whatever. It makes me very hype, whatever you want to say. Do it again.
Uh, when I was a child, I I love to watching music videos. I think music videos are very fun because uh, the singers are dancing and singing in the same time that make a child will wanna dance with them and get high
Two big mistake there, dancing and singing.
at the same time.
And then you said in the beginning, I loved. Sorry, you said I loved to watch. What do you want to really say here? You got two choices.
Love watching,
I loved watching. I loved watching, or
love to watch.
I loved to watch. You can pick either one. One is not better than the other one, but it has to be one or the other. For me personally, uh, I think I would usually use ing. I think everybody uses doing more than to do. I think people just naturally prefer to say ing. So you don't really need to say to something anymore. I loved watching. um, mm, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's figure it out. Okay, next question. Your name is, what's your English name? I've forgotten. Do you have an English name?
Yes, I have.
What is it?
Um, and now it's Claire, but last time I used Camille.
Okay, well, so now your name is Claire.
Yes.
You like Claire,
My mom liked it.
but you like, what name do you like?
Uh, I like them both, but I can decide
You said what was your first choice was Kanyo, Kanye,
Camille.
Carmen. Okay, I'll call you Carmen. That's okay.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Carmen. Let me write that down. Carmen. All right. How did you get these names? Why do they both sound
Uh,
similar?
it's Camille in France.
Camille.
Uh, it
Okay. I see. Not Carmen. Camille. Okay, I can see now why your mother would want you to choose an English name and not a French one, but that's okay. Um, Camille. How do you say it?
uh, it's Camille. In I think French word they likely to say this name like that.
Yeah, I don't know how French people say Camille. I feel like it's different than I would say it. So I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it French way. But in America, we just say Camille, like maybe like that. Camille.
Mm.
Maybe that's how we say that word.
Camille.
Is what?
So Camille.
That's Camille, right? Okay. Anyway, that's how I would say it. Camille. All right. I don't know how French people say it. Actually, I'm kind of interested. Give me 1 second. I hate this kind of not knowing. Camille. They say Camille. All right. Sorry. Let's get back in it. No more Google Translate. Do you often stay up late?
Um, can you repeat it? I didn't hear it.
No problem. Do you often stay up late?
Uh, mm, I for me, I don't stay up late.
Hmm.
I think it is not good for our health because
Okay, wait. You're doing it again. You're using a verb. I know this is different. I want you to really focus on staying up late. Is it good or bad? So I think it's uh
it's harmful
okay. I like that better. I think it's good. I think it's bad. I think it's harmful. I think it's unhealthy. I think it's necessary, or I think it's unnecessary. You but really try to stick with a simple adjective just to get the format down. All right, so you think it's harmful because
because it makes me we feel tired and can can't focus on our work or study.
okay, it makes us feel tired and we can't focus on our work. Um, that's fine. Good. That's good. Good, simple answer. I like it. One more, and then we will move on to speaking part two. Um, do you prefer buying things from big companies or small businesses?
Hmm. It's good. It's a good question. I think um, uh, I think it's optional because if you wanna buy a product that can use longly and good, you can buy uh, buy buy it buy a big company product or and if you want to like save your money, you can use product from small company but have the same use.
Okay. The answer was okay, but the grammar was not good at all. I think what will help, and I should add this to the list, lead in plus very strong. Simple. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna add this in. So whenever you answer a question on this test, it needs to be very strong, very clear, that your opinion is the only correct opinion. Here's what I mean. Do you prefer to buy things from big businesses or small businesses? Whatever you say, excuse me, has to be the only correct choice, and the other choice is wrong. Anytime you leave it up to a maybe, or there's two sides, or this could be, or that could be, it makes your answer and it makes your job much more difficult. So you're thinking, okay, it could be either one. If you want to get something, um, if you, I don't know, I don't remember your answer. Big stores might have much more choices, while smaller stores might have much better prices. So it depends on if complex, it's too complicated, it's too much, it's unnecessary. So if you choose one side and the other side is wrong, it cannot be. It makes your answer much easier to say. All right. What's cool is that the speaking test is about you talking. It's not actually about your answers. It's about you speaking fluently, using the correct word. So, lexical resource is not only about vocabulary, it's about, do you use the correct word in the correct s- place, right? Even if it's a big word, do you use it correctly? And if it's a small word, do you use it correctly? With this speaking test, you don't need to use any big words. If you use only small words and you use them all perfectly, you will still get a high band score. So I say all of that to say, do you like to shop at a big company or small company? I like to shop at a big company. Done. That's it. It's very simple. And you don't say anything about the other option. It's not an option. It's not there. Keep it simple. I only like to shop at big companies. I think uh, they're better because big companies have more options. They have a wider selection. And I'm done. There's no, this side is okay because of this, but however, sometimes the other side has some things like that. So it could be good, whereas this might be okay in this situation. It's too much. Don't do it. Pick one side. Simple. If you can say yes, if you can say, let me think about that. Yes, that's step one. Keep it small and simple. Oh, let me think about that. I like small stores. Done. Step two. I think small stores are great, or I think they're terrible because usually things are cheaper, or you can negotiate with the owner. Or I think small stores are better because you get more personal service. You use small words, but you use them perfectly. That's it. You get a good band score. Try it again, uh, Camille. Do you like shopping at big companies or small stores?
It's a good question. I prefer to shopping at a big company. I think it better because um, it provide us more personal option, various choice about products and service.
Okay, so that was close to what we need. So let's do it a little slower. You say you like, you said that's a good question. I prefer, say your answer again. Just
Uh,
say it more slowly this time. We're going to go through it to fix any mistakes. So I like, or I prefer,
I prefer to shop
mm,
at a big company.
big companies,
Uh,
because there are many big companies. So you prefer to shop at big companies. Okay. You think
I think it is better.
they, because there are many. I think
I think they better than small
they
one.
are,
They are.
one more time. I think
I think they are better
then,
than small ones
because, okay, keep going.
because they provide um, they provide us
Hmm?
um, personal services and had has various choice.
And they provide us personal service and one more. Say it again. And
and various choices of product.
you, are you saying their choices of product?
Various.
Various. Hit that S at the end. Oh, were you saying varied? Okay, so we
Uh,
got a couple choices. I'm gonna type this out. They provide personal service and okay. Now you got a couple choices. Varied uh, choices because we have many choices of products and many products. Right? Say a variety of products or choices. I, I feel like you like to say products, so I will go with products. A variety of products, or say various choices and products. You pick one. What are you trying to say? So I think they are better because
because they provide personal service and various choices and product.
yeah, various choices and products. Okay. Um, good. That's a good answer. All right. Now we're going to move on to speaking part two. All right. You know how this works. You have 1 minute to think of your answer, make some notes how you want to answer this question. And then you need to talk for 1 to 2 minutes. Here is where you will use all of the steps. Okay. You're going to try to do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Maybe you need a pencil and paper, or you can open up a Google Doc, or you can go to this Google Doc and just go down to the bottom to start writing under the name Camille. So it's up to you. You can open up your own Google Doc. You can write on this one, or you can just use a pencil and paper. But we're going to start doing all of the steps. Here we go. Excuse me. All right. So speaking part two, all of the questions are describe. You describe something. All right. Now, when they have all of these, you should say from now on, you don't read those. You don't just ignore it. You only focus on the describe part. Describe a movie, describe a person, describe whatever. And you follow the 7 steps. Don't even look at the rest of the card. I guarantee if you follow the 7 steps, you will answer all of these extra questions that they have. All right. You will answer it. And if you don't have to. That's actually not necessary because we're not testing you on your answers. We're testing you on your speaking. It's a small difference between those two things, but it basically means what you should say doesn't matter. All right. What you do say matters. So, your first question is to, I don't know why they're saying talk about, describe a goal you want to achieve in the future. All right. So when you get to the test or from now on your note card, I want you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Before you write anything else, just write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, from now on, when you give me your answers for speaking part 2, uh, as you answer, you are going to put a check. You put a check next to each number. All right, that's it. You're gonna. So this, I'll give you an example. I'll try to do this. Describe a goal you want to achieve in the future. Let me think for 1 minute. I don't need a whole minute, but I need to think for. All right. I'll just say become an astronaut. Let's say I want to be an astronaut. So I'll start with step 1. Give my lead-in simple answer. This is an interesting question. I haven't thought about it that much, but in the future, I want to be an astronaut. Step 1, done. Oh. I think being an astronaut is the best job in the world uh, because it is probably the most unique experience you can have. For example, uh, once I had a dream. This was maybe last year. I had a dream. Um, Now, normally, dreaming isn't my cup of tea. I like to live in the real world. However, I had a dream. I was working on becoming an astronaut, and I succeeded. I became an astronaut, and they sent me into space. Um, and I remember I felt weightless. There was no gravity, and the emotions running through my mind were crazy. Uh, uh, they were indescribable. Anyway, it was a dream. It was short. So I had to pack up to return to Earth. And then Alien came and all kinds of crazy stuff happened because it was a dream. That was step 3 and step 6. In the future, I I I will become an astronaut, but not in the normal way. Space travel is becoming more and more affordable. I think I will save my money and I will buy a commercial space travel ticket in the future. I think people should have big dreams. They should have big goals. If they do, uh, they can experience the better side of life. They will get exciting stories and memories. However, if they don't go after big goals, they will live. They might live small lives. They might have. It's possible they will have a meaningless life, and they could have regrets when they die. That answer that I just gave, I didn't time how long it took, but if you can give an answer like that, that's going to get you to a band 7.5 or 8 or even an 8.5. Probably an 8. That's probably an 8. Um, and then if I do step 7, I'm not going to. It will be too long. If I do step 7, then I'll be a 9. Um, but that's what you should do. When you are speaking, it is okay to speak slowly. It is okay to take a short pause between each step. All right. It's not about what you don't say, it's about what you do say. So everything you don't say actually doesn't hurt your score, it doesn't hurt your band score. As an examiner, to we're trained to see when a student is thinking about what to say or what word, or thinking about a word that they don't know. There you can see the difference in your body language, in your eyes. When you're thinking about a word that you don't know, when you're stuck on a word, you're like, the the thing, the tree. But when you're thinking about what you want to say for the topic, it's gonna be like, oh, I think it's better to have trees than not have trees. There's a difference. Your examiner can see it. So you can pause to think about the topic or what to say for the topic. You can't pause because you don't know what words to use. Um, all right. So anyway, that was an example. This is recorded. You can go back and watch it later. Um, I will make a video of this for YouTube and other social media so you can like check it out. And I might even make a ebook of it, of all of the everything we said, all of your examples and everything I said, and you can just flip through it to review in your free time. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, but okay, here we go. We got 30 minutes, and it's all you. You're going to go through step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Uh, I would like you to join into this Google Doc and type. We're going to type your answer. All right. We're going to put this together. Okay. So go to that Google Doc link and let's do it. It looks like you're here. All right. So your question all the way at the bottom, describe a goal that you want to achieve in the future. Let's start with your very strong, simple answer. What do you want to do in the future? What do you want to do in the future, Camille?
I want to become an artist, a painter.
All right. So what do you think about art or artists?
I think it's fascinating and
What
beautiful.
what is fascinating?
Painting.
Fascinating and
Beautiful because uh, when I painting, I can express my feeling in it.
wait, pause, fix this.
Um, for example,
Wait, no, no, fix this because
when when I
I I paint, he paints, you paint, they paint, she paints, it paints.
paint,
So when I paint, I can express my, you only have one feeling.
feelings
Yes. And you only have one paint
in it, uh, in in them.
in them. Right. So what you're really saying is when I paint paintings, I can express my feelings in them. However, we it just doesn't make sense to write to say when I paint paintings. Everyone knows what you mean. That's why it's you still have to say them. Okay, good. Step three, for example.
For example, uh, last year I lost my cat and I cried so much. So I decided to painted it, to paint it, and it's uh, it was helped me. It helped me so much to come over it.
This is a story, so it needs a beginning and a middle and an end. So you say, I lost my cat and I cried. I decided to paint it. That's one thing. Uh, it helped me to come over it. That's actually still part of the first thing. What did you do? I painted a really big portrait of my cat, or I painted 100 small pictures of my cat, or I painted uh, uh, abstract uh, piece of my raw emotion. I mean, art is actually pretty difficult to talk about. Most people don't like to talk about art because you have to really describe your feelings. So, what did you paint? You decided to paint. It helped you, but what did you do?
to paint a portrait of my cat.
I,
Painted
huh?
a portrait of my cat.
Okay, not enough. You have to describe this thing, right? So we say things we can see, but if we can't see it, you still have to tell us what we need, what we have to imagine. So you painted a portrait of your cat. It was, or you could describe the cat, or you could describe the portrait.
Um, it was painted. It was painted with just a pencil, so it looked sad and blooming. Blooming.
And then what happened at the end? Last
Um,
year I lost my cat. I decided to paint. It helped me to overcome the feelings. I painted a portrait with a pencil. It looked sad and gloomy. In the end,
um, it's it's like it's likely to take all my bad feeling.
okay. Uh, um, all right. So what's the beginning, the middle, and the end of this story? I felt bad. I painted a picture, and then what happened?
And I finally came over it.
Excuse me. I think sorry, that's what
Uh,
this should go at the end. Okay. All right. So now we're pretty close to everything we need um, in this section. So if we look at the rules for step 3, it's tell a story in the past tense. Subject, excuse me, subject has a name, and we need a compound complex sentence. What does that mean? So you need to say something like, I lost my cat and I cried so much, so I decided to paint it. That's a compound complex sentence. You do you have we have the time last year. Good. We got, for example, you have a name, and is this all in past tense? Last year, I lost my cat. I cried so much, so I decided to paint it. I painted a portrait of my cat. It was painted with just a pencil, so it looked sad and gloomy. It likely to take all my bad feeling. Well, that's not in past tense. It helped me so much to come over it. Or and in this phrasal verb, it should be overcome. All right. And no, actually, it shouldn't. It should be get over, not come over, but get over it. That means to accept the loss and let your feelings out and move on with your life. To get over something. Okay, so this red part. What is this? What does this mean? What make it past tense and make it make sense?
It took all my bad feeling.
What did? What is it? What is it?
Uh, um, Painting a portrait of my cat.
All right. Here's another thing we can't do. We can't say paint, 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 portrait, painted, painted, port. We can't keep saying that. So we have to say something else here. Synonym, paraphrase. So what's a paraphrase of a portrait or synonym? Or a paraphrase of painting. So when you paint, you make, you create, you
Draw.
lay down, express, right? Art is an expression. So, um, give me one of those synonyms for paint.
The creation took all my bad feeling.
And again, you only have one feeling.
Feelings.
Hmm. Okay. Now, I actually know you can say this in a more beautiful way. Um, so what you have done here is said this in a simple way, but you need to say it in a beautiful way. How do you do that? You add these adjectives, sad and gloomy, add them to the portrait. And I know you can do this already. So say this again.
I painted a sad and gloomy portrait of my cat.
Mhm.
It was painted with just a pencil.
And this part doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
All right. So you're talking about painting, but you can't paint with a pencil. It's a drawing. You drew a portrait. Yes? Or was it painted with um if it's not a normal pencil, you have to tell us what kind of pencil it is. So is it
It's color pencil.
and that I mean a colored pencil. Okay. Um Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is no pencil for made of oil. Um. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I think everything that you do with a pencil is called a drawing. I, they, um, you can only paint with a brush. Um, so you got two choices. Either don't say you made it with a pencil. You could talk about the colors or the style. I made it very dark. I made it very with very thick lines or something like that. Um, or you can lie and say you painted it with a paintbrush, sort of oil paint or something. But you can't paint with a pencil. So I'm gonna take this out. How did you paint it?
with dark color.
With no color? You say no color or dark color?
Dark colors.
Dark colors. Okay. Okay. I made a sad and gloomy portrait of my cat. It was painted with dark colors. Okay. The creation took all my bad feelings. It helped me uh, so much to get over. We can't say it helped me get over it. It helped me get over what? Uh,
The lost.
the loss. Good. And that's beautiful. Now you do in the future. In this step, you simply say what you will do in the future. It's better if you can talk about what you learned from the past, however, not necessary. So in the future, I will make all my paintings in this style. Or in the future, if I have another loss or another heartbreak, I will put my feelings into it. Or in the future, I will become a professional painter. Whatever. In the future, what will you do?
Uh, in the future, I will become a professional painter.
Okay. I mean, that is as simple as that. In the future, I will become a professional painter. Now, step number 5, um, it's called people should. In this step, you need to say what they could, might, should, maybe. You need to use these modals. You need to use these words. People should do something. If they do it, what good thing might happen? However, if they don't do it, what bad thing will probably happen? You could say people should or everyone should. should people do?
People should use art to express their feelings if they can talk by word, tell by word,
If they
can't
can't
tell
tell
by words.
tell what by words? So you always tell something. Tell a secret. Tell a story. So if they can't tell,
Tell their story.
well, it's not going to be stories. It's going to be their feelings. All right. So they tell their feelings with
Word.
words. So when we tell things, we tell them with. We tell things with a song. We tell with our mouths. We tell with our words. We tell with a note. With is the preposition that goes with tell. Um, all right. So people should use art to express their feelings if they can't tell their feelings with words. Uh, what good thing happens if they do this?
Uh, they will feel comfortable and peacefully when you are to express
If they do
the
this, they will feel comfortable
yes,
and peacefully.
peaceful.
Okay. However, so this is about telling the pros and cons or benefits and consequences. So people should do what you say because if they do something good, however, if they don't, something bad. Also, we can't, you can say will for they will. However, it's better if you say they will probably.
Uh,
We need to use the modals here. So this is about might or maybe, could, right? Possibly. However, if they don't, what happens? What could happen?
if they don't and they can tell with words, they will keep it inside and feel more um like
It's difficult.
um like
So,
anxious and
hmm, all right.
like anxious and not happy.
What she said.
Yes.
Okay. Um, Now, because we don't know what other people feel, We cannot say what they will do. We can say what they might do or they could do or what is possible, but we don't say they will. So if they don't, they
Might.
keep it inside and possibly or might not or they could keep it, they might keep it inside and they could could be could become. We can't say not happy, but unhappy. All right. So I know this is a long process building this answer. Over time, it will become natural. It will become easy. But for now, it just takes a while. We're learning. So, what I want you to do, Camille, for homework is look at the very top. You'll see a question. Describe a skill you learned from older people. Just like we did today, make me an answer. You only have to get to step 5. Okay?
Yes.
Excuse me. Okay. That's it. We're done. I'll see you in a few days. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good job today. You did great. You should be very proud. Okay? That's going to do it. Signing off. Make sure you save the links. All right. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.